All right, so you actually went to the movie theater and saw Sonic this weekend with your son, and I actually was at home watching Ford versus Ferrari. Ferrari. Oh, dang it! I was doing so good. I was doing
This is like
so
the
good.
last time you ever have to say it, and you screwed
I
it
know.
up.
I know.
That's great.
Ford versus Ferrari. So both racing movies.
Yeah.
So we. Do you want to start or should I?
I think you should start because I think
Okay.
I had the better experience, and I want to
Oh,
end it on a high note.
okay,
Go
that's
ahead.
fine.
Let's hear about
Um,
this.
I actually really enjoyed Ford versus Ferrari, but it made me hate Ford Motor Company, and I will never buy a Ford again.
Wow. How
Yeah.
how
Like I
un-American of you.
I know. Like I am actually surprised that Ford was like, yeah,
Okay.
like if Ford doesn't like have some kind of backup plan when I don't know what they did when this movie came out and stuff, like were they all behind it or were they more like no, like we don't have anything to do with this because it's a great movie.
Okay.
Matt Damon, Christian Bale, they do amazing work in it.
Yeah,
I
I'm not a
understand
car
why
person at all, so talk to
I'm
me like
not
I'm
either.
five.
I'm not a car person either, but but the story is from, oh God, don't hate me in the comics. I think it's from 1966 when basically Ford was struggling and they kind of Ferrari insulted them and the head of Ford was just like, well, we're going to beat you in the race or whatever. And so they
Okay.
put all these people, they get all these people together who like Matt Damon's character is a former driver.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Carl Shelby, and then Christian Bale's character Ken Miles is the driver. And they get all these people together to build the ultimate Ford to take on Ferrari in the 24-hour race. Like it's
Okay.
literally it goes for 24 hours and you have multiple drivers, but you have like your main driver, which is Christian Bale, and then like a backup driver. But the race is 24 hours straight and your car has to like hold it together and everything.
Okay.
Um, so Ford, it basically gets their feelings hurt. They get butt hurt from Ferrari, and so they go to war with them and go into this race trying to beat them.
Okay.
And Christian Bale's character is like this awesome driver, but he's really difficult to work with, and he doesn't play by Ford's rules. And Ford is all about business, and there's some like dickish people in this movie
Makes
on the
sense.
Ford side. Um, and they won't kind of release control to the people who know the race the best, like Matt
Okay.
Damon's character and Christian Bale's. So they're all about having an image and control, but that's what's stopping them from winning. And so you see them headbutting with the people who know the race the best
Sounds like
with the
Apple.
corporate
Okay.
side. Yeah, with the corporate side, and they're headbutting, even down to like the last few minutes of the race. Um, it's very well done. I understand the awards that it won because it was the sound in it was great.
Okay.
It was a very well done movie for someone who doesn't enjoy car movies and who didn't really know the story. I
Right.
knew that I
We're in the
knew
same ballpark here, so you're preaching to the
pieces.
choir.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I knew pieces of it just because of my husband, but
Mm-hmm.
again, not a car fan, and I actually enjoyed this movie. It was
Okay.
very entertaining from a history perspective, but then again, like I said, it made me hate Ford. Like I won't buy a Ford anymore. My first vehicle was a
So
Ford,
you're saying I
but
should watch it though?
you should watch it. I recommend watching it. It's a
Awesome.
good movie. Um,
Isn't that the Ford you ran over Nicole with?
I didn't run all the way over her. Like she was dumb enough to lay in the
we
driveway
don't
in
need
a
this.
blind
We
spot.
we don't need the story of you running over your sister with your
I
Ford.
didn't run
This is a
over
Ford versus
her.
Ferrari good movie highlight thing, not a
I didn't run. It just kind of like skimmed her leg a little bit, but
ran
she was the
over.
dumbass that laid in the driveway with headphones on in a blind spot.
There you
But
go,
anyway,
Nicole. It's your fault for her running
it
you
is.
over.
It is.
Pedestrians always have the right of
But
way.
anyways, yes, I recommend it. Check it out. Ford versus Ferrari. It's a good movie, even if you don't like cars.
Okay. I can't wait to be able to get my hands on it because I do have
Hmm.
to do a little bit of trading with you here soon. I don't know if is it kid friendly enough where my kids will actually pay attention, or is it too
Yeah.
business style?
I mean, it's kid friendly in the fact that the racing and stuff, they'll like it. The business stuff might go over their
My two
head,
little
but
ones watched 1917 and Jojo
yeah,
Rabbit, so I consider
exactly.
them to be
I
little
think
people, like adults, not just children.
right. I think they'll do fine with it.
All right, cool.
Especially I think they'll enjoy the racing parts.
Well, if that pulled on your strings a little bit, then that makes me feel more confident about it because I know you're not a car person.
No, not at all.
I know this, so I should have a little more fun with it, I think. So
Hmm.
the acting was actually pretty good for those two characters. I look
Oh,
forward to
oh
that.
yeah. I was very surprised with both of their accents and their delivery, and I like it when I forget an
Any
actor
weak
and I
points?
focus on the character. Um, no, I mean, I can't think of anything off the top of my head that was
Okay.
just like, oh, I hate
So it's
that.
a recommendation
Yeah,
then. Okay.
I recommend it. I mean, there's a reason it was up for Oscars, so.
Okay, my turn. I watched Sonic, or
Sonic.
it's a meme. And by the way, if
Okay.
you're a fan of that meme and you know what the hell I'm talking about, it's in the movie. But I watched Sonic this weekend because I was like, you know what? I want to support the people that actually listen to the fans
Yeah.
and changed it from the abomination as what it was to this character. Now, I'm not gonna lie, the character was expertly done. His
Yeah.
attitude, his voice, his motions, it was I loved it. I was sitting there enjoying it. And by the way, this is the second movie I've watched in a 4DX theater.
Okay.
So I took my 8-year-old son in, and it's with the chairs that move, and you have like
Mm.
air shooting by you and water and everything, and it was a massively fun experience. My son had a chuckle as soon as it started. There was I would say, large, heavyset family to my right in their own 4 chairs, and when the chairs started moving, they dropped all their shit, and they had tubs of popcorn and hot dogs, and Tyler goes, and just starts laughing at him and it was just a fucking mess everywhere. But back to the movie. It was. I don't see how they could have done better with the character itself and the acting and the voicing.
Wow.
It was.
And you
It
you
was
grew
so
up
much fun.
playing this game.
Sonic
Like
is
you
my
were
boy.
you were exactly. I remember watching this for
Mhm.
hours, you playing this. So coming from somebody who enjoyed the game as a kid, saying that the movie got it right,
It felt good. It
that's
felt
nice.
good. The humor in it was on point. And the funny thing is, if you put the image of the original Sonic with the humor that is in there now, it would feel like a. This is going to be over the top because I am. It would feel like somebody. It would feel like the movie is a reincarnation of somebody you wouldn't leave your kids with. That's what it would have felt like.
I do have a question though.
Yeah.
Is Jim Carrey too
I was
over the
getting there.
top in
I was getting
it?
there.
Okay.
I was getting there. Besides Sonic being great, the writing being good, there was a little bit of cheesy stuff through it because it is a
Of
family
course.
movie, but there
Yeah.
wasn't anything that was like you watch it like, oh. There was,
Well, it's PG, right?
yeah, it's PG.
Yeah.
But it was good. For Sonic with anything him being involved in, and he was involved in quite a bit. Now you think the basically mission of it is him having to get to the coast, but the thing is, you're like, why does he have to? Why in the car is he having to ride with this guy? He's Sonic. He can get there in two
Yeah.
seconds. They literally show him go to the coast. He runs into the ocean and comes back with like fish and kale on him, and he's like, I don't know where I'm going. So that's why he goes with the actual main character because the main character obviously knows directions and how to get there and everything
Oh,
like that.
that's
It's kind of
funny.
like it's like almost like a buddy trip. And
Okay.
there's a Quicksilver scene in it from Days of Future
Okay.
Past. There's at
Mhm.
least 2 of those actually. But Jim Carrey, you think Eggman from the Sonic. If you played any of the Sonics, you think Eggman because he's round. He nails it. He does excellent.
Really?
His
Okay.
he has the same energy as he did in like The Mask and Ace
Okay.
Ventura and everything, and it's just over the top, but it's
That's
all
that's what I was
intellectual. He's got like 5
yeah.
PhDs, and he's down talking everybody he comes across. Not just in the trailer where he's like, "Nobody cares what your name is" and stuff like that. He shit talks everybody, and he gets to the point where it's not just finding out what this is. He realizes that it's something not from this world.
Mhm.
And then he's like, it has unlimited potential for its energy,
Mhm.
because obviously Sonic has its own
Mhm.
power. So he's die hard on being able to capture, study, and everything scientific side of things. So that's what he's all about. And there's Eggman references. There's a bunch of references to like the town the cops from is Green Hills. So Green Hills, you're not as big of a Sonic fan. It's as you start any Sonic game, it starts Green Hills Zone 1. That's the name of the zone. The sound effects are right with the zzz and taking off, and the coins and the dropping of the coins. In the games, you lose all your coins, you get hit, you die. In this one, the coins are actually his original, where he's from. He was attacked, and because he was attacked, he had like a mentor, like an owl, that gave him coins. And the coins, if you think about where you want to go and throw the coin, it'll open a portal. Think of Doctor Strange portals, and you can go right through it. So as he uses the portal to go to a new world, and if he's ever compromised in that world, he thinks of a new world and then goes to it. The next world that he's supposed to go to, he doesn't want to go to. It's unpopulated, but it's literally all mushrooms. And I don't know if it's like the Mushroom Kingdom, and they're trying to drop a Mario hint for redoing the worst movie ever made, or not. But it does leave at the end a opening for a sequel. And honestly, as much money as it made this weekend, we will be getting a sequel. And they nailed the look of the sequel tease as well. So I honestly, if they rolled out a trailer in a year from now for Sonic 2, I'd be down to go and ready to take my whole family.
All right.
It was
I think
great.
Russell wants to go see it. But he says that we're in quarantine right now with little Sabrina.
Yeah, you are.
But eventually we will get to see it. It's something that, again, childhood nostalgia. And it's good to hear that it actually lives up to it.
It was fun. I enjoyed it from beginning to end. The humor is great. Like there was a part you saw in the trailer. He gets tranquilized in the leg. And he's asking for help because Eggman shows up at the house asking questions and everything like that. He's like, "You gotta hide me." He's like, "Well, why don't you hide yourself?" He's like, "My legs are kind of tingling." He's like, "All right, let's go." And the main character runs out of the room. And Sonic's like, "All right, I'm right behind you," and then just goes thwap and just like flattens on the ground. He's like, "I need a little help," and he's like, his legs won't move, so that's the reason for being tracked. But it's the humor doesn't feel forced, which is one thing I hate about a lot of movies. You can see a joke coming from a mile away, or it's basically a bunt of an actual joke. It feels genuine between them, the character and Sonic. I really enjoyed that movie. It was nice.
So I didn't get to rate Ford versus Ferrari. I would give it an 8 out of 10. It was great. How would you rank Sonic?
I actually would give it a 8 as well, which is high for me.
Okay. It is. It is high for you.
that's like a 6 for you.
Yeah.
But no, it
right.
was enjoyable, worth the money. I would recommend seeing it with or without kids. If you have pulled a Sonic, enjoy.
All right. 2 highly recommended movies. Good to know.